Hello, and welcome to week 35 of my journey through the Milan Artist 2 Mastery Program. So, I don't know, this is like the 5th week of portfolio? 6th week? I don't know. These are the two paintings from this week, and then these are the production pieces from like last week. So this week we discussed developing a strong work ethic. So it's like get up in the morning and get your shit done before you goof off. Do the important stuff first. And then we talked about finding motivators and sort of your motivation style. And so, you kind of, she was listing like the different motivation styles and sort of describing them. And I was like, well, I've got no idea which one I am. But then when she listed what to do for each motivation style, it kind of became clear that I'm actually aesthetic and utilitarian because I was already using some of those suggestions in my business and to stay motivated. So motivation styles, and then that helps you, get through kind of harder times and keep going. If you know what motivates you, you can put those things into place in advance before you lose motivation. And then she talked about time management, which I don't even remember what she said, but I think that's like put the important things first, do your work first, play second, and the whole thing about painting 40 hours a week, get your shit done. She showed us how to varnish, which I still haven't quite varnished. So when I varnish my paintings, my oil paintings, I use a spray varnish, and it's like a satin varnish, which is good for acrylics and oils. But she showed us how to use a brush-on varnish, and she suggested glossy. She said the glossy paintings sell better, but I find when I make my paintings glossy, I feel like they look like plasticky. I feel like the gloss kind of, it just doesn't look right. So maybe at some point I'll experiment with like a gloss brush-on varnish. I'm quite happy with my satin spray-on varnish. She said to use the spray-on for paper and the brush-on for canvases and panels. Don't ever use the brush-on for paper. But I like how easy it is because with the oil painting varnish, she's depending on what you're doing. Well, it takes a long time to dry, so it kind of monopolizes space in my studio. And if it takes a long time to dry, then dust might get on it. I do a lot of before the program, I was varnishing my acrylic paintings, and there was a day you could varnish like 1 or 2 paintings, and you have to do like 3 coats 3 hours apart and stuff like that. It wasn't too bad, but I think varnishing oil painting sounds like more of a pain in the ass than that. Okay, so she showed us how to varnish and what to do with our edges, which I've just been painting all my edges like a dark gray because I kind of like that. Gives it a little bit, almost like a framed look when you're looking at it from the side. And then we saw Chase and Sarah's work and some other students, and they did a critique. So they did a critique of the 2 paintings from this week along with the production work because we didn't really get to see, I don't think we saw the production work from last time, or maybe we did. So again, it's good to look at your work as a whole and see if it's cohesive. I think this is a really cohesive color palette. So I'm going to show you these guys. These guys are finished with resin, so there's like a shine on there. And then I painted the edges. I just finished these last night, so. So I think there's definitely a little bit of a different vibe going on here and here in terms of the way I've rendered the figures, but there would be. So yeah, so this is my whole body of work for the last 2 weeks. And then next week is we start the production stage. So there's actually not that much course content for the next 6 weeks, just kind of like pep talks and looks like it's stuff to get you ready for branding. So it's just a matter of painting and keeping the pace. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do these videos, if I'm going to keep doing like a video each week or every couple weeks, like every few paintings. Because if you're interested in knowing what the course is like, well, there's just not that much. But if you're interested in seeing me paint, then that's what I'll be doing. So let me know in the comments below what you want, what you want me to video and what you want me to talk about. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Have a good week. Bye.